Okay, if you're out there shooting and actually want to make money from your camera, you're going to quickly discover how important power is for your camera system. And it's not just for your camera itself, it's going to be for peripherals that soon become absolutely essential, like monitors, wireless things, anything like that. You're going to need ways to power it. And that is where you quickly discover the internal batteries that come with most cameras are not really what's going to do. So if you want to actually be serious and a professional, you're quickly going to find yourself in the V-mount world. All right, so today what I'll do is I want to look here at this. This is the Core XCELL V99 V-mount battery. Now, this is obviously a V-mount battery. This is a 99 watt-hour V-mount battery. They actually make a 150 version as well, but it's this 99 watt-hour one that I think really has some intriguing components that are worth looking at. And what I want to start off looking at first is actually two small things about this battery that are definitely worth consideration. The first one is going to be the price. Now, this battery is a 99 watt-hour battery that you can get for only $179. That is an absolutely tremendous deal if you know anything about battery power. To give you a little bit of perspective on that, a Canon LPE6 battery that I use to run my Canon R5C, that's going to cost me $79. Now that $79 of a Canon LPE6 only gives me 15.8 watt hours of capacity. That means that it would take me 6.2 Canon batteries to equal the capacity of one XL99 battery. To get the equivalent of $172 of power, I would have to spend over $474 for 6 batteries. That is an incredible capacity. If you really want to get to it, because it's 6.2, you technically need 7, you would need to spend over $500 to get the same power output from one battery. So this becomes a no-brainer if you're running your cameras in any kind of capacity, that it's just so much more affordable and powerful to get a battery like this. The other benefit of having a V-mount like this cost-wise is that I can power more than one device from this. I can power my camera and a monitor or anything else that I might need. So V-mounts just really become a very, very cost-effective solution, especially when they're as price-friendly as this XL99. Now, the second small thing that I do think is worth pointing out on this is going to be the actual size of this itself. Now, this is just a small battery. Now, this is a SmallRig X99 that I have right here, and you can see right there the difference in size between it. This is a much smaller battery, so if you're someone that really wants to have a streamlined and stripped down rig, this is going to give you a very, very small footprint. And what I have here is I have my Canon R5C, and I've got a V-mount on the top, and you can see if I put this on here, this just gives me a super small way to operate. Now, usually I do have a USB-C cable, I forgot that in there, but to plug it in there. But as you can see, I can easily handhold this. I can still hold it up to my face, I can still shoot with this. All this stuff, and I never have to worry about my camera dying throughout a day. I have found, realistically, they say that this XL V99 can run a Canon R5C at 60 frames a second, 4K for up to 5.3 hours without dying. And I've personally found when I'm shooting this at 24 frames a second for interviews, I can run basically almost an entire day on just one 99 watt-hour battery, which makes it really, really great for interviews and any kind of long-form content. Now, just because the size and price are small in this, that does not mean you're gonna lose out on performance or power on this XL V99 battery. It has a very, very robust build. Core actually is a very, very established V-mount battery system that has been around for years. They're on tons of rental houses. And so you just know it's built, it's solid, it's tough, it's not gonna let you down. Definitely made for field work. The other real big benefit for this 99 watt-hour size is this is a travel-friendly battery. The TSA will not let you travel with any batteries that are larger than 99 watt-hours. So this is the perfect thing if you find yourself getting on airplanes or need to throw this stuff in luggage. I just got back from New Mexico, and these 99 watt-hour batteries were able to throw in the bag with me, go no problem. Can't do that with a bigger one. Now, there's another aspect of this battery that I really found really useful as I started testing it and checking on a set, and that is going to be the display here on the front. Now, in regards to monitoring, the XL actually has two really useful indicators on it that are worth pointing out. The first is it has a full RGB color display. Now, I can hit the button once up here on the top, and it's going to show me what my runtime is left on the battery when I'm going. And it says it down to the minute. It estimates it down to a minute. And I've actually found running this practically in the field, this is pretty accurate. I've been able to really gauge exactly how much battery I have. And where this comes in really handy is if I'm on a set and I'm just pushing that battery to its last minute. I don't want to interrupt an actor's take or something like that. And if this lets me know I have 15 minutes left of runtime or 12 minutes left of runtime, I know I can probably push it and get one more take and not interrupt an actor with a battery dying. The other visual tool that I really like is the fact that if I cut this thing on, you're going to see it's got these wraparound LED lights here on the side. So I can hit that button if I'm on the side, and if I'm on the side, I don't have to be facing the back. I can see that here from the side. This is really useful because sometimes I'll have a camera beside me doing an interview or something. I just want to hit a button. I don't want to have to go around the back and interrupt an interview or something like that. This just kind of lets me get a quick display of where I am in a general position. And the last display thing that is nice about this battery also relays its charge status to SM bus compatible devices like the Red Komodo. So you put this on there, you're going to be pretty clear on what it is. But all that being said, the one thing that I think really stands out about this battery in particular is its customization ability. You can really customize these batteries in really cool ways. Now, there's a button at the top, and check this out. If I hit this twice, look at that. I have a thedeafdirector logo here on my battery. That's right, these batteries actually let you put your own custom logos on a battery. This is absolutely awesome if you have lots of batteries. Maybe you're mixing some rental house stuff with your stuff. You're never going to confuse it. I've done this in front of a couple clients and they were actually really impressed. It made me look like super professional that I had my own batteries that had my logo on it. It's a small thing, but it is something that's really, really useful. Now, the other customization tool of this that is really cool is the fact that this LED, because it is full RGB, you can actually set it to different colors. So if I click this 3 times, 1, 2, 3, you can see now I can click and go through different colors. I can do red, I can do blue, I can do different colors, yellow, you name it, and it kind of cycles back through. Now, where this is really useful is the fact, let's say I'm on set and I want different cameras to be on different battery systems. Maybe I want my director monitors different from my camera monitors. I can actually set colors for this and keep them separate. Now, whenever I do look at any kind of V-mount, I really think it's important. You got to talk about the outputs because that's what these batteries are all about. And this XCELL V99 does have a nice little run out of them. Now, it does have on the top, it has weather sealing here, and it has a USB-A and a USB-C port, in addition to an 8 volt, a 12 volt, and a DTAP connector. So these are the main things you're going to want to get rolling when you're out there shooting. I find nowadays USB-C is just an absolutely critical component of just about any V-mount, especially because I can cook that up there so easy and work very, very easily with my Canon R5C and FX3, you name it. In addition to outputs, the inputs on this thing are very, very flexible. And of course, you can put this on a typical V-mount charger, but one thing that has just become really just a no-brainer for me, and I'm not going to ever get a V-mount if it doesn't have this anymore, is the fact that this thing you can charge through a V-mount charger, but it does have the USB-C. You can charge through that, or you can charge through DTAP. What's really great about this is if you're traveling, you don't need to bring a big bulky V-mount charger with you. You can put this on a regular USB-C charger and charge your battery with that. Now, whenever I do any kind of product review, I always like to point out what I consider any rooms for improvement, just so you're fully aware of what this battery is and what it isn't and where it can improve. The form factor of this really, really was compact. I love the solid build quality of this. This thing is very, very tough. I think, man, really, I don't have a whole lot of rooms for improvement on this product. I mean, the one thing I would point out is it's not completely intuitive how to go through the system, but just read the instruction manual and you'll be able to figure it out. You get 2 taps will get you your logo, and then 3 taps will let you cycle through the colors. That's just something that wasn't completely intuitive, but once you read the manual, that's pretty straightforward. But anyway, guys, it's just something that I thought was a cool little tool that can totally help your game and give you a logo here on the battery as well. Anyway, I'd love to hear what you have to say about this. Let me know in the comments down below, and yeah, go out there, keep on shooting, and yeah, I'll talk to you soon.